Hello, I'm Liam Turner, CIH's digital editor. As part of the 2025 CIH vice presidential election, I've been speaking with the 5 hopeful candidates to find out a bit more about their background and their ambitions for the CIH presidency. In this video, I speak with Hony Premlal, a seasoned and well-known housing professional who, during her time in the sector, has served in a variety of roles, including as a Housing Diversity Network mentor, a director of Wish and chair of Wish London, and as the CEO of her own consultancy, which she talks about in our chat together. This is Honey's third time of asking for the CIH vice presidency, and she's hoping that third time is the charm. Okay, then, so we'll jump straight into the questions. And the first question I have for you is, what does housing mean to you?
Okay. What does housing mean to me? Everything. I came to UK in 1993 from a small part of India, in Kerala. I couldn't hardly speak in English, and I was married and came here with a master's in biochemistry. I had big dreams to get a job in biochemistry. And sadly, my qualification was like not accepted, so I didn't get a job. And I was lucky enough to live with my in-laws in a social housing property. That was my first introduction to social housing, which I didn't know anything about it. I was looking for a job. It took me almost 3 years to get my first job because I couldn't speak in English. And I was an admin assistant for Eldon Housing Association, who provide care and support for older people. That was my first job. And I was speaking to customers. I realized the magic of making people's life better, working in social housing. Then I decided I don't want to work in a biochemist field. This is the passion I found. This is the path I found. And I did my studies further. I studied further with the introduction into housing, and then I did a qualification, went to university. I did my MA in housing law and policy. From that, I progressed my career from an admin assistant all the way to a CEO in the social housing sector in 27 years, which I'm really proud about. I was also lucky enough to, I would say lucky because it is very lucky. Not many people can say I was lucky enough to go and join the Eldon Housing Board as a board member. I'm now last 3 years serving as a chair as well. So I give everything, my life, my day job, my evening jobs, all the jobs to housing. Housing is, I sit in several boards, Somerset Community Land Trust as a vice chair, and Women in Social Housing London as a chair, and also CIH as well. So housing means everything to me because I work with people frontline as a housing officer. I have seen the improvement we can make into people's life. So I never been tempted to go away and work in a different sector. I stayed to that, and even now being a consultant, I'm helping organizations to perform better. I'm also helping professionals to do mentoring and coaching to be a better leader. So for me, housing is the foundation for everyone. If you have a good quality home, which I'm very lucky, I'm sitting in one of the good quality homes, you're more likely to have better health, better education, better employment. And I'm proud. I have 2 daughters. I managed to bring them and get into good jobs because I have a good home. So that's why I want to give that. Through CIH president, I really want to amplify the voices of our customers, the voices of housing professionals, and making social housing sector as the top in this, in the national agenda, which I can see already is happening, which I'm really proud about as well.
And you mentioned towards the end of your answer there, the CIH presidency. What does CIH mean to you?
Everything. Again, when I started my career, I heard about CIH. I heard this is an organization for big jobs, not for a person like a housing officer. So I didn't realize it was, I could be a member. I didn't have that insight into once I understood what CIH can make the difference. I joined CIH, and later on I become a chartered member, and I attend all the trainings, webinars, conferences. Again, I'm lucky and super proud to say I've been speaking at conferences, the CIH conference, as well as the National Housing Federation, and also proud to be the CIH London and South East Regional Board as well. So representing that, and I think as a professional person working in the sector, for me, it's a badge of honor to say I'm a CIH member, what that means to me. And wherever I go, I proudly say I'm a member of CIH, and this is what CIH can do. So being a member, currently, I promote CIH wherever I can, in whichever platform I get. And being a president, I know I can amplify that voice even better.
Yeah. And obviously, I'm talking to you as part of your campaign.
And I just want to add something more. As the professional standards are coming, it actually shows the importance. I know there's so many professionals in the social housing sector, they're not CIH members. Even the CEOs and chairs, when I speak to them and said, we're not members, and I'm saying, for me, I think that's something I take as important. Where Eldon, I make sure the CEO and the other key staff are getting membership through the Eldon offer. I think that should be something all the organizations should be thinking, and the local authorities should be thinking, can we get the CIH membership part of the package? We can get them, because that is a continuous learning and development, and also the network you can actually get into for your professional journey as well. So it's really helped me, and that's so important as well. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And why do you want to be the next CIH vice president and ultimately president?
Most of you know I've been standing the last 2 years. This is my third time. People say third time lucky. I really hope so, because I have big dreams to become the CIH president. That's why I decided to stand. It was not a decision I'd taken lightly, because I know there's great candidates every year, and they deserve to win as well. So if I do win, I really want to make the social housing as the top of the agenda, which already you can see the couple of days ago, you have seen the spending review, 39 billion funding, and rent confirmation, and all of those things is fantastic news. For me, I think it's the golden era for social housing. So we need clear, great leadership. We need collaboration. We need to bring the different sectors coming together and actually build more homes. 1.5 million homes are quite a big challenge for the sector. So we need to drive that agenda forward. And also what I see is, yes, the homelessness is still one of the biggest challenges. I know, walk through the London streets, one of the saddest things you see is people rough sleeping, and that still is a massive issue. Even though the money is being allocated, there is still a long way for us to solve that problem. So working for me, if I become the CIH president, I would be working with the social housing providers, housing association, local authorities, charities like Crisis and Shelters, and many other, citizen advice, because I was a trustee of citizen advice once. So I know the power of bringing all the sectors together and campaigning to solve the crisis. So that's something I'm passionate about. Again, supported housing is something I am passionate about. I've been working in sector in different organizations. As a CEO, I led an organization who was providing supported housing. Even Eldon Housing provides supported housing, which I'm passionate about. The last 6 months, I've been chairing roundtables talking about the importance of supported housing. So through my campaign, I will be highlighting the importance of investing in supported housing, because if even now that is an area it's not being getting the right attention. I know NatFed and CIH is doing some campaign, so I will be amplifying that voice and campaigning even more. The next one I would say is tenant engagement and voice. I'm passionate about tenant engagement and voice. I'm proud to say one of our tenant panel chair at Elton, which is 84, has been nominated as the tenant of the year at the Women in Housing Awards. Quite proud, and that's something I take very passionately. So getting the tenant voice at decision making at the strategic level is needed. In working with the young people, because there is 1.1 billion million homes need to be built, and we haven't got enough expertise, we haven't got enough skill set in our sector, and we have already a skill gap. So working with the universities and schools and getting more young people coming into the sector, also very important. I know Ellie's Choose Housing campaign, which I'm proud to be supporting, is really important. I'll carry that campaign forward. I'm already working with London Met and many other universities and schools through WISH and CIH badge of bringing them into social housing sector. So that's something I am passionate about.
Yeah, and so I just wanted to follow up on. So you mentioned a few different kind of issues there.
Yeah.
What key issue would you want to tackle or raise awareness of if you were to become a CIH president?
I had to mention one more thing, if I can.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I want to raise the profile of CIH because obviously, as I said before, there's not many members. I want to increase the members. So definitely, I would say my campaign would be social housing, get the highest priority, and get more people be proud to be working in social housing. Maybe the more young people coming in working, and as well as existing people get that motivation to stay in the sector and be proud about. That would be my campaign. Make social housing better. It's not just building more homes, it's about social housing better. It's more than brick and mortar. It's about people.
Yeah. So it's you need the quantity, but you also need the quality. Yeah. The final question I have for you then. What has been the proudest moment of your housing career so far?
There's lots of proudest moments. If I'm be allowed to say a few. One is when I become the chair of Eldon, where I'm started my first job, and not many professionals can say that. So quite proud and transforming the organization. That is something where in 3 years I transformed the organization with the support of the board and the rest of the exec team, which is quite passionate about. When I found out last month I'll be nominated and shortlisted for 4 housing awards, Women in Housing Awards, which I'm going to find out in a couple of weeks' time whether I've won. But when I was shortlisted 4 awards, and it was not just me got shortlisted, also the CEO I manage also shortlisted for another awards, and also the tenant. 6 categories in a small organization made me super proud. There's lots of proud moments when I'm a mentor and a coach. There's so many, especially women, especially BME women's, when I did the mentoring, most of them are free mentoring. They told me they got the job they wanted to go for, whether there's an exec job or board role. When they told me that made me so super proud because my job is being done. So I really wanted to support and create more ethical leaders. That's what I would like to see, and a passionate sector.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So as I say, that's the end of the questions I had to ask you. Before we bring our chat to a close, do you have any final thoughts that you wanted to leave people watching this interview with?
Yeah, just as I said before, this is my 3rd time and maybe my final time. Because obviously, I want to step away and give other opportunity for other people as well. But I really hope I win this election because I'll give everything for this role. I've been working as a consultant. My day job is my consultancy. Because this job brings a lot of commitment and time, which I can offer because I don't have a 9 to 5 job at the moment, which I can quite happily say I can give that time is needed for this role. I can campaign up and down the country, whether it's England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales. I can go and talk to people, which I'm already doing. I'm going to Wales next week. So things like that, I can make that happen. I'm going to Manchester in a couple of weeks' time. So for me, it's about giving that time and the passion I have been carrying all this time to make people's life better, whether they are a customer or an employee of an organization, or even working with the different stakeholders. I think that's something I bring, that authentic leadership, passion, and bringing that change. So I'll come with courage and compassion.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Hony.
Thank you. Thank you for the time. And please vote for me.